streamers across the platform Twitch have been expressing concern about showing up at Twitchcon.
Fair. Is Twitch promising to provide more security for everybody?
I've been so anxious and scared.
There's also potentially another factor too for women. It's a bunch of weird like horny boys, so I feel like it's already kind of a risk.
Okay. Oh.
Is that sexual assault? Chat, I think it is. That's fucked up, dude.
Blade ended up in the hospital because he had multiple doses of roofies.
Jesus Christ, that's just fucking insane.
Clancy went on to explain that TwitchCon has a zero-tolerance policy for harassment and claimed he is taking care to make sure the event is as buttoned up as possible.
I mean, I just don't believe any of this. What are they doing? They just said like, yeah, don't worry about it. We do some stuff. That's not a very good response at all. I'd be terrified.
I wouldn't attend any cons if I was a streamer. You guys are fucking weird.
That guy's kind of based on that one. Alright guys, I'm curious about this. This is Internet versus Hasan and TwitchCon. I think this all just centralized around Hasan saying he doesn't want to go to TwitchCon because he's afraid with everything going on with like Charlie Kirk and stuff. So I guess I'm curious about what people's criticisms are. But let's see what we got here. I mean, I kind of get it though. I would kind of understand that. Right? Oh, look, it's Minecraft Steve. I would kind of understand that though. I mean, you know, public events are probably a little frightening right now.
Over the past couple of weeks, streamers across the platform Twitch have been expressing concern about showing up at TwitchCon, with many of them worried about being harassed, citing
We're a turtleneck. You'll be fine.
lack of security or previous incidents at the event.
That is fair. I mean, is Twitch promising to provide more security for everybody?
Asmongold weighed in on Twitter, speaking about how last year a fellow streamer had someone approach him and lick his nipple in order to bother him or harass him.
That's like sexual harassment, sexual assault. Is that sexual assault? Chat, I think it is. That's fucked up, dude. You can't do that. Who was it?
Star spoke about how a friend of his accidentally got roofied and many more stories.
What the fuck? That's actually insane. What the hell?
In this video. But additionally, Hasan weighed in and decided that he will not be showing up at TwitchCon.
I feel like the biggest thing, how are these not dead? Okay, there we go. I feel like the even bigger thing here is though, is that like Twitch goes to bat so hard for Hasan. It's almost fucked up that he's not gonna show up. Like that's my one thing. Like they've literally, like they should have. There's so many moments where they really should have banned that guy, and they haven't. And now he's not even gonna show up to their event. I feel like that's kind of shitty. If anything, that should just communicate to Twitch that like this guy does not give a fuck about you guys. Like there's a higher loyalty from Twitch to Hasan than there is from Hasan to Twitch. That's the only part that's like, oh shit, like that's kind of fucked.
His reason being that he's worried about the current climate, saying he's not concerned for himself, but he's going to put others around him at risk.
Oh, that's obviously not true. He's concerned for himself, which again, I think is fine.
Welcome to the Internet versus TwitchCon. It starts when Testudo Smith posts on the livestream fail subreddit, Pokimane Valkyrae and Cutie Cinderella afraid to attend TwitchCon due to safety concerns. And in this article, they attach a couple links to two different clips. This first one is Cutie Cinderella and Valkyrae talking about TwitchCon. Here's that clip.
I'm kind of afraid to go to TwitchCon.
We're in a bit of a conundrum with TwitchCon.
I've been so anxious and scared and sad.
Well, I feel like there's also potentially another factor too for women going to TwitchCon. Like it's a bunch of fucking weird, like horny boys that probably don't really have any social skills. So I feel like it's already kind of a risk. But then again, that's probably part of the content base that they accumulate. So, but still.
Add this whole past week with everything that's been going on.
Listen, it's not. I have.
It's not you. It's us.
It's not you. It's us. We're supposed to do Wine About It live at TwitchCon. Love Twitch for supporting our show. I have given them a soft, hey, we're in a bit of a panic mode right now.
Will we ever stop panicking?
That's the problem. I don't know if we're being because I don't feel. The problem is right now, respectfully, I don't feel irrational about it. I feel very.
I think it's valid.
Scared.
Yeah. It's
so funny because like I feel like for a lot of like different lefty streamers that were very compassionate towards Charlie Kirk's passing, which is justifiable. I think a lot of it just comes from the fact that they felt like, oh my god, that could have been me. And so I feel like half of it isn't even like empathy for the guy. It's like more empathy of like, oh shit, that could have been me. Like maybe I should lower my own temperature a little bit, not play into this too crazy. At least some people. And there's others who just obviously are mocking his death, which I think is pretty disgusting. But
it just takes one person.
There was a Japanese streamer a few months ago that got killed on her live stream by a
Yep.
stalker. When that happened, I almost pulled out of all my obligations. I was like, I don't think it's for me. And then, you know,
It was a woman, right?
got kind of talked off the ledge. Like there's going to be lots of security or whatever. Horrible things have happened this week.
I mean, that's Twitch's responsibility. Make sure that people feel safe going there, you know?
And there was also security, and I don't know.
Security
It's
and
just-
an armor not going to protect you. It's just scary. We will keep you guys updated, but if we don't, we'll make it up to you.
I'll take my top off.
Me too, in
What?
solidarity.
And then Pokimane also reacted to the situation and spoke about TwitchCon herself. And here is that clip.
Saw Cutie and Ray were thinking of canceling, and I feel like they're kind of scared. Just of like the tension that is happening.
It's just something that just comes off as so... Whoever the other two people were, who were those other two people? Cutie Cinderella and this Valkyrie? They seem like they're pretty normal people. I don't know what it is about Pokimane. The way that she talks just comes out as so like this, like just ingenuine. I don't know.
Happening online, and of course we know that if we were to have any sort of safety issues, they're most likely to occur somewhere where like people know we're gonna be. So it does worry me that it might not be safe and maybe better to, I don't know, skip out on it. I think it's based, okay, here's the way I view it, especially with all the recent news surrounding Charlie Kirk. And of course, a lot of political talk happens on Twitter. And also for us, people like me, Ray, Cutie, other female streamers, the people who feel the most negative and most like passionately hateful towards us also tend to be on Twitter. And the streaming and Twitter community just have a lot of overlap. So sometimes it's just
Yeah, that's probably why everybody's on there looking for their fucking attention, huh?
scary. And when you see that kind of negativity, you're like, do I want to tell people where I'm going to be in person? I actually don't know. Don't really like using Twitter too much because I don't... when I look at the replies, I'm like, who are these people talking to? I sure as hell don't think it's me. Like, I'm like, you guys are not my community. How do you even know me? Or you post a selfie,
I feel like Twitter is pretty toxic. It's fucking crazy.
people start losing their shit. And then when your actual community comments, they get flamed from toxic peeps. How do you care? How do you hate someone enough to hate on people who like the person?
Then back over to Livestream Fail, Economy Meat replies to this post by saying, "It makes sense. Given the current climate and Twitch's laughable security the last time when Kick streamers harassed a lot of streamers there." And Goldfish Muncher replied,
Oh, that happened? Wow, Kick is such a degenerate shit platform, huh?
"People also seem to forget it wasn't that long ago when some nutcase tried to attack Valkyrie and others she was live streaming with." And Outcast said,
Oh, is that true? I didn't even know about that.
"Didn't they serve alcohol by placing a shit ton of red solo cups on an open table for people to just grab too? That one stuck in my mind for being insanely stupid." Feller says, "Well, some dude literally licked Nick's nipple last time and didn't get banned or removed until like 6 hours later. As much as I dislike..."
Was it another streamer, or was it just some random dude who did it? That's fucking crazy. What the fuck? Would they not be able to find him, or did they just not care enough to try to find him?
Like Nick, he doesn't deserve that. And just for context as to what this commenter's talking about with Nick's nipple, Corax later in the thread posts the clip, so we're just going to play that for you so you know what we're talking about.
We'll see ya. Okay. Oh. All right, let's not do any more of that. Thank you. Thank you.
Nice to meet you, big brother. I think... Oh, sorry.
Thank you. Oh. All right, I can eat that. Okay. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you.
Why don't you just hit him? Like, I don't know, like, you know, violence is never the answer. But why are you letting that guy do that? I mean, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but they're just like, I don't understand why they're not like, oh, dude, stop. That's fucking weird. I would have said, hey, knock that off, please. You know, personally, I would have been like, hey, don't do that. You know, that's just me though. But okay.
Have a good day.
You guys are incredible. You guys are the best streamers
Yep.
in the world.
Thank you.
OTK on top.
Bye.
OTK on top.
Back over to Reddit though, Uber Tanks replies with this clip in the caption, "He makes too much money to deal with that."
No, it's just you guys need to be respectful because
I've literally been here before you're even here, so I don't understand what the deal is. I have my badge. I'm a competitor.
No, it's not. It's not about that. Coming underneath or across the lines. That's the whole point.
You know what? I make too much money to
be.
be dealing with you. Excuse me.
What the fuck?
Hey. Oh my. Jesus Christ! What the hell?
That's not me. I didn't say anything. Come here. What did I say? Come here. I didn't say shit. Hello? Dude, I just literally didn't say anything. Okay, no. Holy shit.
And Rest Agile responds to this clip by saying, "This clip made me never watch Nick again. I know he was an entitled little shit, but goddamn, acting like that to someone who's only doing their job is some next level man-child shit. For someone who's made a career out of being Soda Poppin's black friend."
What the fuck? I'm just not oh, Jesus Christ. I'm just not understanding the context of that. Like, what is that even from? That's just insane.
Shit, but goddamn, acting like that to someone who's only doing their job is some next level man-child shit.
I just don't understand why he was doing it. What the fuck?
For someone
that was
who's
5 years ago? Oh, okay. How much money was he making?
Made a career out of being Soda Poppin's black friend.
Oh.
Extension Dance replies to the original thread by saying, "The TwitchCon San Diego venue barred Amaru from bringing her favorite bodyguard Dave because he made physical contact with someone just doing his job. I don't blame them at all for not wanting to go, knowing that security is going to be afraid to protect anyone because they may lose their job doing."
Well, that's true. That is actually a pretty big concern. What exactly did he do that would make them bar him going to TwitchCon?
So, and the Kappa Overlord replies, "Streamer security often isn't official security. This is why. Most of the time, streamers' personal entourages are consistent of private security. We kind of saw this with Speed's security team reacting to the security guard. They were all private security. A lot of the time, venues don't really acknowledge private security personnel as real bodyguards, and so there's this disconnect. Events such as TwitchCon want legit bodyguards with company credentials as to minimize liability." Remote Geologist says, "I'm afraid too, but that's because I would have to be around terminally online weirdos." And Dio My Senpai replies, "Mate, people that stay on this sub are the terminally online weirdos. I don't understand how the people of a community shit on that community. Whatever complaint you have about Twitch or TwitchCon, you are probably a part of it." And Rester replies, "Twitch is a bunch of terminally online weirdos." Guy who comments on various subreddits hourly for 16 hours straight. Yeet then tweets out that Dan Clancy himself responded to it by captioning it, "Dan Clancy responds to streamer safety concerns regarding TwitchCon. Says the platform has a zero tolerance policy." Attaching first the quotes from the clip we just looked at of QT and Valkyrie, and then this response that says, "I want to be very clear. We take security at our events like TwitchCon extremely seriously. Every year, we build on successful approaches to TwitchCon safety and security, particularly as we become aware of new or emerging security or safety challenges. We have teams focused on this year-round, including keeping creators and community members safe on Twitch or at TwitchCon. We have roles and standards regarding TwitchCon attendees, and we limit people who have been indefinitely suspended off service violations. They are not able to attend." And that's the end of the quote, but the article continues. Clancy went on to explain that TwitchCon has a zero tolerance policy for harassment and claimed he is taking care to make sure the event is as buttoned up as possible.
Okay. I mean, I just don't believe any of this. The biggest thing that's going to kill them on this from a PR perspective is the fact that Hasan decided that he's not going to be there. Because, like, you'd think that they're top. I mean, I'm assuming Hasan is their top, or at least one of their top guys. He doesn't feel comfortable or safe enough. He obviously isn't going to show up. That's going to make you guys look really bad. But, I mean, it seems like everything is reactive, right? It doesn't even seem like everything is proactive. It doesn't seem like they're proactively doing anything to stop it. Like, what are they doing? They just said, like, yeah, dude, we do some stuff. Don't worry about it. We do some stuff. That doesn't really seem like it's good enough for the average person to be like, or even like their creators to be like, oh, okay. Totally trust you, dog. No big deal. No, that's not a very good response at all. I'd be fucking terrified.
McGold replies with the clip that we looked at earlier and captions it by saying, "Last year, NMP Law and Wake were SA'd by a streamer and Twitch didn't press charges or pursue any form of legal action against him."
Well, I imagine that would be, they would have to do that, right? How would Twitch do that, or would they do that? Would those people do that themselves? I'm a little, right? Does that make more sense?
Here's the video of the incident. "If I was a woman, I would never go to TwitchCon." Tectone replies to the post by saying, "I think I'll pass on going."
Whoa, base feminist?
To HoofyCon. Madam Sa-
You see, what did I say before? I don't think it was this stream. Excuse me, I don't think it was this segment. But what did I say before? Tectone is not streaming right, or like he's not streaming right now. He's waiting for Asmongold to come back because he needs Asmongold to give him the takes that he's allowed to use. That's literally it. Oh shit, Asmongold said this. Oh yeah, I agree, Asmongold. Oh, I love you so much. That's it. He's just like a fucking parrot for Asmongold, and I'm telling you, holy fuck.
Savvy says, "What a load of horse shits given their own staff are problematic. Plus, at least pre-pandemic, there were druggings at every event. The last one I went to, an official Twitch-sponsored party, had open served drinks. Cups of who knows what just sitting open, full of alcohol.
Probably piss.
If they actually cared about safety, they would ask Hasan not to come and ban him due to his constant violent language." Tectone also makes a separate individual individual tweet about the situation
Whoa.
where he says, for
Yeah,
anyone
start
actually
to-
going to TwitchCon this year with the current climate of the world, if Twitch can't even moderate their own website, why do you think they can moderate an IRL event where documented
point,
attempted murders and SHs happened with no one suffering real consequences? Please proceed with caution, guys. To me and many others, it's really just not worth the risk anymore. And Nicholas Light replies, I'm looking forward to the race/religion tier lists at TwitchCon. I might go to support my local terrorists. BS Warren says,
Beautiful thing.
reminder that
Just that's a joke, dude. Twitch don't own me.
Adriana Chechik broke her spine at TwitchCon a couple years ago because the foam pit wasn't padded right.
Oh yeah, she really fucked herself up. I forgot about that. That shit was crazy.
Old Draggy replies to Techdown by
Like she jumped into like it was like foam squares, right? But it just turned out to like fuck her up pretty hard. I vaguely remember that. That shit was fucking wild.
saying, still safer than being around you or your dad. Keemstar also
okay, great.
weighs in on the situation by tweeting out a video in the caption, TwitchCon is not safe.
Whoa.
Good morning.
Maybe he should make his own TwitchCon, huh?
Morning, ladies and gentlemen. There's a conversation going on online about TwitchCon not being a safe place for females. And you have multiple female creators that are saying they're not going to TwitchCon this year. Asmund Gold said if he was a female, he would never go to TwitchCon. And that's based on safety concerns that these people are bringing up. I mean, we've seen it throughout the years, like just sexual harassment and deviant things that happens at these TwitchCons. And I wanted to share a story that takes us all the way back to like 2013.
It's funny because like the conversation isn't even really about women in this instance. The conversation, well, I mean, I'm not saying Keemstar saying it there, but in general, Asmund Gold took it there. He's not wrong, but it's like funny because this is really what it boils down to: is creators are afraid to get shot, like Charlie Kirk was. And somehow we got to like we got to this big conversation about like women being unsafe. But like I feel like women were probably unsafe or feeling unsafe at TwitchCon for the past however many years. But it's not until a male content creator gets assassinated and it was really just one guy, Hasan Piker, being like, oh, I'm nervous about going to TwitchCon, that all of a sudden we're now having the conversation about how women feel unsafe in public spaces, like from the same communities that typically don't necessarily care too much about that. It's just so interesting. You know, I imagine for how long have women been like, yeah, man, we're kind of uncomfortable around all these guys who have very low social skills. But then, you know, this whole fucking shit happens, which is fucked up. And now a guy dies, and now we're like, oh, wait a minute. I think it's time for us to talk about how unsafe things are, you know? I mean, obviously dying is worse than getting sexually harassed, but still, it's interesting that it took that much to get there.
2014, because before Twitch came out with TwitchCon, they did a test run for their TwitchCon by having these massive parties attached to PAX East or PAX West. And in 2013, 2014, I don't remember the exact year, at PAX West in Seattle, they had this massive Twitch party. This ain't no little thing. There's like 1,000 people there. It's a big facility. It was massive. It was like a mini TwitchCon. And I attended that event, and I was there with Seattle's own Only Use Me Blade, which is an old school Call of Duty YouTuber with a drinking problem. You know,
what do you like, sexually assault a woman?
Blade gets drunk and he acts like completely out of control. Now, a lot of times it's funny, some other times it's absolutely horrible. And in this case, he got wasted pretty fast, and he was doing this thing where he'd go up to these girls at TwitchCon and go to shake their hand, and when they go to shake the hand back, he would take their drink, slam the drink, and give them an empty cup back. Now, most people just laughed because this is, you know, a Twitch party, it's open bar, the drinks didn't cost anything, and it was just like this funny thing, but definitely a dick move. Later that night, I couldn't find Blade. I Ubered back to my hotel. And the next morning, I found out Blade went to the hospital.
What, he fucking OD on alcohol?
Blade didn't go to the hospital for drinking too much alcohol. Blade ended up in the hospital because he had multiple doses of roofies.
Oh, shit. That's actually fucking crazy. Damn. This is the first time alcohol saved somebody, because if he had that much fucking roofies in his system and because he was stealing women's drinks, Jesus Christ, what the fuck? That's just fucking insane, honestly. How shocking. What the fuck?
He inadvertently, by being a jerk, saved a bunch of women from being date raped.
Yeah, that sounds like it. Holy shit.
So these things aren't safe. They've never been safe. There are literally rapists that go to these fucking things and prey on the women there.
That's what it sounds like.
I don't know. Just thought I should say. I can't speak. I'm getting tongue-tied. Made it all the way through this story without messing up what I was saying. But yeah, I just thought you guys should know that.
And Lowell's replies,
That's actually a fucking insane story, honestly. Like, Jesus Christ.
always knew Blade was a hero. Ethan tweets out this clip with the caption, Hasan confirms that he will not be attending TwitchCon this year due to safety concerns for others.
I miss the social Hasan era. There is unfortunately an obvious setback there because of, one, all the political incidents that have taken place, and two, how those political incidents have had some pretty significant consequences in how much I can go out in the real world and socialize with other people. As I said already, I'm not going to TwitchCon, not because I'm worried about my own safety, but I'm literally not going to TwitchCon because I'm worried about the safety of others. I don't want to put them in the fucking crosshairs if some psycho freak decides, like, I'm going to go there.
Maybe. I mean, I feel like, again, I feel like he's afraid for himself, which is understandable, but all right.
I'm very publicly not going to TwitchCon for that reason. So
imagine he shows up, he's just subverting our expectations, guys.
Make with that information, do with that information what you will.
Plain Rock TV replies, it's safe now without the terrorist. It's a Gundam says, from let the streets run red with their blood to I fear for my safety. Tectone says, Hasan, you're the one who's causing these consequences the most out of any streamer on the platform.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if I agree with that. Maybe. I guess. I don't know. I don't know.
Now you're too afraid to show face. After saying everyone was overreacting.
I mean, I understand the logic because he says some pretty insane divisive shit, but you know, I don't know if I agree with that. I don't know. But maybe, you know, maybe that's true. I don't know. Maybe I'm just discounting it.
What a lying pussy bitch-made man. Kazuhano co-tweets the clip by saying, bro went to the LA riot, but TwitchCon is too much for him. LM replies, what does he know that might happen at TwitchCon? Kangmin Lee co-tweets it by saying, Hasan Piker, quote, kill those motherfuckers and murder those motherfuckers in the streets. Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist blood, end quote. And another quote, you need to be shanking these motherfuckers. You need to be
Whoa, I'm not saying that, Twitch, okay? I mean, YouTube.
them, end quote. End quote. If you cared about Medicaid fraud, you would kill Rick Scott.
Maybe I'm fucking, maybe I stand corrected, guys. Maybe I stand corrected instantaneously.
End quote. Now he's scared of the very problem he helped create. Give me a break. Destiny also responds to the situation by posting the same clip that Yeet did and captioning it. This guy LARPs as a revolutionary but wants to stay home during TwitchCon so he can stream and make more money.
You know what? That might be fair. That might be fair. He does cosplay as a revolutionary. So the thing is like right now, Hasan, like at the moment that Charlie was killed, he's actually been like, it seems like he's been drawing back the rhetoric. So he kind of like looks decent. Like I think he looks a little bit better just because he's drawn back the rhetoric rather than increasing it like Destiny has. And is like basically fucking destroyed his own career.
A tale as old as time. Rick replies, a tale as old as time. Twitch has only been around for like 15 years, dumbass. Voice of Freedom replies to Destiny by saying, you literally called for the deaths of conservatives from the comfort of your bedroom. Think before you sleep, Coach tweets each clip by saying, well,
yeah, of course Hasan's being disingenuous by saying he's not going for other people's safety. It's because he doesn't want to get hurt, which is fine, by the way. Makes sense, but he just has to make sure it's he just has to make sure that he looks more virtuous doing it. That's the whole point, you know?
It's right when I said in my video that when Hasan saw Charlie Kirk get murdered, he was realizing in real time that someone might shoot him too.
Yep, that is the case. You so right, King.
Maybe stop telling your audience to kill people then. Willie Mack Show coaches
I'd probably put a lot more of this on to, you know, the President of the United States who refuses to lower the temperature, but that's just me thinking that Donald Trump mocking people getting attacked with hammers is probably a bigger reason why Charlie Kirk was assassinated than Hasan Piker existing.
But by saying
some dumbass shit. Realistically speaking, I'm not saying Hasan's helping, but
this is the same reason he didn't want to go to Gaza. Wasn't scared of getting hurt. He was worried his presence would get other Palestinians hurt. Hero of our time, Hasan Piker. The Quartering quote tweeted by saying, the only people attending TwitchCon are either apolitical or leftoids. Why be afraid? Oh, Legal Mindset quote tweeted by saying, once again, Hasan contributes to the problem and takes zero accountability for the consequences. Stunning and brave. Jimmy the Rib quote tweets the clip by saying, I wouldn't attend any cons if I was a streamer. You guys are fucking weird.
That guy's kind of based on that one.
Dixerto also makes a post about Hasan backing out of Twitch's San Diego event, and Tectone quote tweets it by saying, Hasan and people like Hasan have been pushing violent rhetoric and supporting terrorists for years.
I don't understand. I thought that this guy was taking a break because he was so stressed out and he hasn't shut the fuck up on Twitter. Like, what the fuck?
He knows the danger he has caused for others. He's now too afraid to face the very beast he's created. He knows if he live streams there, he'll broadcast his own audience that will be there, exposing the exact type of viewers he's creating, exposing the exact type of dangers he'd be bringing with him. This is not a noble act. This man is a coward. This man is delusional. And Twitch is a pathetic platform allowing this type of violent rhetoric to go on unpunished for years, nearly a decade. Pathetic. Over on LSF, Ignignoct also posted the Hasan clip with the caption, Hasan will not be attending TwitchCon this year because he fears he may put himself and others in danger. And DogFB replies, whatever you think of Hasan, all it takes is one mentally ill person to do something. It's 100% a justified concern. And JFMTL87 says, agreed. Let's say he goes and innocent bystanders get hurt or killed on an assassination attempt on him. The same people hating on his decision not to go would berate him for egotistically putting others at risk just so that he could stroke his ego at TwitchCon.
That's possible. It's possible that people would do that. He's in that situation where he probably can't ever win, which makes sense because I feel like he puts other people in that position too. I mean, literally, he did the same thing to Kamala Harris. Doesn't matter how much of a better president she would have been. He insists that she would have done the same thing as Trump, even though Trump has given Netanyahu full license to do whatever the fuck he wants. So, since he should have known that conservatives would attempt at his life. And Fisherman New replies, there's a non-zero chance some of those hating on his decision to not go want to do harm to him. Random Witness says, makes sense in this political climate. And Okuma replies, makes sense just off how crazy last TwitchCon was with all the crazy kick streamers. Add on all the political stuff going on, 100% valid. And Universal reply, yeah, I mean, and Kick's having even more problems, I would say now, with like they're fucking like doing their whole death streams and not really giving that much of a fuck about it and pretending it doesn't really happen. They don't really seem to be doing much about that. Mike calls for revolution. A1 journalist, the mansion daddy, is just thinking of the others' safety. Honestly, props to him for thinking of others before himself, like he always does. It's pretty hard sitting in a mansion all day playing terrorist clips and getting paid for it. And Really Handsome Man so true, King
replies, Lamau, brother has not seen the outdoors in so long. And Universal says, unfortunately, people who work to live like me have to touch grass to survive. I wasn't born to parents like a
Yep, I hate touching grass, and I hate the Netanyahu. I prefer Alta Vista.
traveling model and an executive at a company like
I think they might have bought it. I don't know.
Hasan was, and then gifted a career by my successful uncle. Hell, if I could LARP
hey, thanks, Unc. Thanks, Unc.
all day as a badass revolutionary to you idiots in my comfy mansion, I would too. And Really Handsome Man replies, you have to learn to let go of the pain Hasan has caused you.
Kind of true. That's funny.
Let go of the bitterness. Shout out to our tier 3 members, internet representatives Akiko, Salsal, Coldest Bandito, and Captain Crash Out. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I'll see you all in the next episode.
All right. Cool video, man. I like that.